Hey folks, I'm Keyur Daria, and I'm a senior technical account manager at AWS with over 10 years of cloud experience. I'll be co-presenting with my colleague Dave Folsom, who is also a senior TAM at AWS. Dave has over 20 years of experience specializing in workload resilience and helping customers build more robust, fault-tolerant architectures. We'll be talking about how to bulletproof your retail operations using Amazon Application Recovery Controller Region Switch. Amazon Application Recovery Controllers Region Switch is a powerful new capability from AWS, which can help support critical retail operations. For retailers, system resilience isn't just about general business continuity, it's about maintaining operations during your most valuable revenue periods, whether it's holiday season peak, Prime Day like promotions, or seasonal shopping peaks. These high traffic events represent both massive opportunity and significant risk. During these periods, every minute of downtime can result in millions in loss of revenue and damage customer trust. Regions which provides the automated recovery capabilities you need to confidently handle regional impairments during these peak events, ensuring your customers can continue shopping without interruptions, even if technical challenges rise behind the scenes. This solution is specifically designed to give retail organizations the confidence that their critical applications can quickly recover when it matters most. Through this presentation, we will walk you through how this solution can transform DR for your retail operations and provide the resilience needed during your most business critical events. In today's presentation, we're going to cover why organizations choose to operate across multiple AWS regions, the challenges they face with regional recovery, introduce you to regional switch, explain how it works, and show you how to get started. This comprehensive overview will help you understand how regional switch can transform your DR strategy. Okay, organizations running critical applications in the cloud expect the highest level of resilience and reliability. There are several compelling reasons to architect applications across multiple AWS regions. First, it helps reduce latency for globally distributed users through regional proximity. Second, it provides bounded recovery time during outages. Third, AWS regions offer predictable fault boundaries, increasing your overall availability through out-of-region recovery options. Additionally, data sovereignty requirements and privacy regulations often necessitate operating in specific geographic locations to maintain regulatory compliance. With proper planning, design, and testing, organizations can successfully deploy multi-region applications that can withstand regional service disruptions. Sorry. When your multi-region application experiences an issue, the impact can be significant. Let's consider a scenario where your primary region experiences a disruption. In this slide, we can see a typical multi-region architecture with Amazon Route 53 for DNS routing, EC2 instances running in multiple AZs, auto-scaling groups, and database replication between regions. When a disruption occurs, you need to quickly redirect traffic and activate resources in your secondary region. However, this process is often complex and prone to errors, especially under the pressure of an active incident. When a regional disruption impacts your critical workload, your team needs to initiate the recovery process. This involves dusting of recovery runbooks and performing multiple steps. These steps typically include getting approval to recover, scaling compute resources in the secondary region, recovering dependencies, promoting the database in the secondary region, shifting traffic to the secondary region, monitoring real-time progress, verifying application functionality, and generating compliance reports. While not exhaustive, this list includes both technical and non-technical activities that must be coordinated during a stressful situation. The challenge becomes even more daunting when you are dealing with complex microservice architecture or an entire portfolio of applications. As we can see in these architecture diagrams, modern application often consists of numerous interconnected services, each with their own dependencies and recovery requirements. This complexity requires a centralized approach to coordinate communication between teams, track recovery programs, manage operation order, and handle dependency grouping. While you're racing to recover and meet your recovery objectives, the business is losing money. According to ITIC's 2024 survey, 90% of enterprises report that a single hour of downtime can exceed approximately 300,000 in costs. These costs include lost revenue, decreased productivity, and potential regulatory penalties. Beyond the immediate financial impact, prolonged outages can damage brand trust and erode confidence from C-suite executives and board members. Many organizations already have capabilities to recover across regions, but the process is often painful for various reasons. First, manual orchestration relies on complex handcrafted scripts that are brittle and prone to human error. For large enterprises, the scale of resources and accounts adds significant complexity, ensuring all application components fail over in the right order require precise choreography. Second, limited visibility makes it unclear where you are in the recovery process, what succeeded and what's failed. This lack of real-time visibility significantly impacts your ability to meet recovery time objectives. Third, without continuous validation, you risk discovering broken permissions, configuration issues, or insufficient capacity during an actual disaster, precisely when you can least afford a failed recovery. Finally, for regulated industries, proving disaster recovery capabilities often involves cobbing together logs from multiple sources with different data formats, creating reporting headaches. Now that we have explored the key challenges retailers face with multi-region recovery, especially during peak shopping events, I'll hand it over to Dave, who will introduce you to Amazon's application recovery controllers region switch. Our solution designed specifically to address these challenges and provide the resilience your retail operations need during critical shopping periods. Over to you, Dave.
Thanks, Kair. I'm excited to introduce Region Switch, a fully managed, automated, and centralized solution for multi-region application recovery. Region Switch uses a regional data plane approach with independent and isolated regional data planes. When you execute a plan, you use the data plane for the region you're activating. This avoids a dependency on the region you're leaving. Region Switch allows you to orchestrate the specific steps needed to operate your multi-region application out of another AWS region. It provides dashboards for real-time visibility into the recovery that can be used with regulars or compliance teams. Region Switch saves hours of engineering effort and eliminates the operational overhead previously required to write failover scripts, create custom dashboards, and manually gather evidence of a successful recovery. Region Switch supports failover and failback for active-passive architectures and shift away and return for active-active architectures. Next slide. At the heart of Region Switch are plans. A plan serves as a top-level resource in our service. Think of it as a blueprint for recovering a specific multi-region application. When you create a plan, you specify two key elements: how you want the recovery to execute, which regions the plan applies to. This typically is your primary and your secondary regions for that application. Next slide, please. Plans are composed of workflows that enable you to activate or deactivate specific regions. Region Switch supports two distinct recovery approaches. With active-passive on the left, you can create either a single flexible workflow that activates either region or separate dedicated activation workflows, one for each region. Use cases, failover and failback capabilities. This is ideal for cost-optimized disaster recovery. With active-active, you create two complementary workflows, one to activate your regions and one to deactivate your regions. Use cases here, shift away traffic, could be from a bad deployment or other impairment type, and return capabilities. Next slide. Within each plan, you'll define one or more workflows. These workflows are the step-by-step instructions for how to activate or deactivate a specific region. Each workflow comprises of execution blocks that define the target state of resources in your recovery region. The key advantage here is there's no scripting required. Execution blocks are predefined actions that Region Switch can execute automatically, including scaling up EC2 resources, failing over databases, updating DNS records. You have complete flexibility in how these blocks execute, giving the fine-grained control over the recovery process. There are both sequential and parallel execution and the ability to have a mixed approach. Next slide. Now that we understand the structure of plans and workflows, let's dive into execution blocks. These are the building blocks that enable you to create sophisticated, automated recovery processes tailored to your specific application needs. Region Switch offers pre-built execution blocks, each designated to handle specific aspects of multi-region recovery. Let me walk you through them. With EC2 auto-scaling, it dynamically adjusts compute capacity in your activating region. You can specify capacity as a percentage relative to the region you're leaving, ensuring optimal resource allocation for your workload. So as an example, if you're leaving one region, you could ensure that you have 100% of the existing capacity in your failover region, or some other percentage of that. EKS and ECS cluster scaling are purpose-built for containerized applications. These blocks scale your Kubernetes or ECS clusters in the activating region, ensuring your container-based workloads have necessary resources. Aurora Global Database orchestrates Aurora Global Database failover with two modes. Graceful mode, which is managed switchover with zero data loss. Ungraceful mode, which is faster failover with potential minimal data loss. Arc routing controls integrate with Amazon Route 53 application recovery controller to update DNS records and redirect traffic to your newly activated region. Route 53 health checks create and manage Route 53 health checks that integrate with DNS records for automatic traffic routing. This block updates health check states during execution to redirect traffic based on application availability. Custom Lambda action block provides ultimate flexibility by executing custom Lambda functions for application-specific recovery tasks not covered by standard blocks today. Manual approval block introduces a human in the loop when required, pauses workflow to execution, and waits for manual approval before proceeding with critical steps. Next slide. Most execution blocks support dual execution modes, giving you the flexibility to handle both planned and unplanned scenarios. Graceful mode is designed for planned operations and maintenance windows. It ensures orderly zero downtime transitions with complete data integrity. Graceful mode is best for scheduled maintenance, testing, planned regional shifts. Ungraceful mode is built for unplanned events and emergency situations. It prioritizes speed and availability over perfection. Ungraceful mode is best for disaster recovery, unexpected outages, and critical system failures. Next slide. One of Region Switch's most powerful features is continuous plan evaluation. Every 30 minutes and immediately after any changes, Region Switch automatically validates your plan. Region Switch validates each execution block, checking critical elements, including ARNs, IAM permissions, running capacity, and more. If any issues could prevent successful execution, you receive warnings through event bridge notification, API responses, and the AWS console. This proactive approach essentially performs continuous dry runs of your recovery plans, eliminating the risk of discovering configuration issues during an actual emergency. Next slide. One of the most valuable validation checks Region Switch performs is capacity monitoring. A retail example could be that you're running an e-commerce platform that experiences unpredictable traffic patterns due to a promotion. You run into an operational issue requiring failover. When switching regions, you need compute capacity in your recovery region scaled appropriately to match the current demand. Plan evaluation solves this by recording actual capacity usage in your primary region every 30 minutes. It allows you to define a percentage of in-use capacity for your secondary region, eliminating guesswork, no more estimating peak needs or costly over-provisioning. Key benefits: scaling up only to what's actually needed, avoid running at maximum capacity, just in case. Match real traffic patterns, not just theoretical peaks. An important caveat here, using execution blocks does not guarantee capacity availability. For mission-critical applications requiring capacity guarantees, you should pre-scale or reserve capacity in the recovery region. Next slide. When it's time to execute a plan, whether for testing, planned maintenance, or an actual disaster, you have complete control over how and when recovery initiates. Plan execution options include a manual trigger when you need it, automated execution based on CloudWatch alarms for hands-free disaster response. Region Switch works through your defined workflow, executing each block while providing real-time status updates through the entire process. The beauty of this approach lies in its flexibility and reusability. You can create multiple plans for different applications and even create a parent plan that orchestrates the recovery of multiple applications in a specific order. So no more spreadsheets. To prevent unnecessary region switching, we've built in protection mechanism when using automated executions. You can configure a minimum delay between automated executions to act as a cooldown period. This will help protect against flapping between regions. Next slide. For enterprise customers operating across multiple AWS accounts, Region Switch provides cross-account resource management. This allows you to create plans that orchestrate recovery across different accounts in your organization. To enable this, you need to set up cross-account roles with necessary permissions, which can then be used by an execution block. Region Switch will assume these roles as needed during plan execution, maintaining clear security boundaries between accounts. Next slide, please. Let's look at how these dashboards work together to give you complete visibility into your recovery process. The global dashboard gives you an enterprise-wide view across all regions, while the regional execution dashboard provides detailed execution data for your current region. This dual dashboard approach ensures you maintain visibility even during regional events, as the regional dashboard remains available even if there are impairments in other regions. Key benefits here, maintaining visibility during regional events, track recovery progress in real time, monitor RTO compliance, and identify issues quickly. Next slide, please. Let's walk through how you can get started with Region Switch. We designed the onboarding process to be straightforward while ensuring you have all the necessary components in place for successful multi-region recovery. Step 1, create recovery plans, build specific recovery processes based on the requirements of your multi-region applications. Step 2, execute recovery. Orchestrate your recovery process across dependent applications to ensure that dependencies are recovered in the correct order. Step 3, observe and report. Monitor your recovery process with live status updates, detailed logs, and post-recovery reports, providing full visibility into recovery progress. Next slide. Here we have the ARC Region Switch pricing. What I want to just call out is the pricing is per plan. So for an application, you're likely having 2 plans to do a failover or fail back, or a wait away and wait back. Next slide.
All right.
Thank you. And I guess with that, do we have any questions?